Hello everyone, this is the Mad Salvi letting you know that unless things are proven with Twitter posts and stuff like that and have actual proof behind it, treat everything in this thing as a theory. I will try to mark certain things as news and theory and everything like that to kind of let you guys understand, but also, you know, use a critical mind. And I hope you do enjoy. Hello everyone, we have some not so good news. Cake Princess, or Keekihime, as a lot of people know her. This is Keekihime there, of course. She is a cosplayer. She does dances. She is if you know, then you know where she currently is, one of her other lives. And Twitter recommends certain things because they recommend certain things whenever they do. It's just weird how Twitter does that. Well, what happened? Let's talk about it right now. She went to Comiket, as a lot of cosplayers do. She went up to the roof, I believe, is a place where cosplayers can gather in order to go and do their thing. This was her cosplay for the day. She was doing this. She's the one on the right, by the way. She was with cosplayer friends. She was hanging out. She was doing what she was doing. Of course, you know, she was having fun. Met the cutest Iori Moe 5 right there. Everyone's like, I feel faint. So awesome. Day was going fine. Only going to go out for 2 more hours max rooftop. I'll be on the roof for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Then I'll get changed. It's the West. Nice to meet you. Only going to go for 2 more hours max rooftop. So that's basically letting them know where she was going to be. And then something happened. I'll show her response to what happened first, and then I'll give you the full rundown of what happened. I'm done for the day with photos. Thanks for coming. I got assaulted by an old stalker and had panic attack in front of hundreds of people. So honestly, I feel disgusting, and I don't know what to think. I will, unless it's, you know, blank, release a photo of the face of the loser later with more details. I put in the loser part. She didn't. Asked the police, they said they got to go to the embassy. Neither of them can do anything. Like, she tried to go to the embassy. She tried to talk to the police there. The police said they can't do anything. You have to go to the embassy since she is an Austrian, I believe. She's Austrian, and she is in Japan for now for the Comiket. This is what happened. This is the full rundown of what happened by someone who was there, a photographer who was taking pictures. Says, sorry to keep everyone waiting. I was a photographer who was shooting at the scene. The following is the situation at the time. Long note, I just taken just a photo when a man suddenly jumped out from behind the roadblock, which is basically, you see the block there to prevent people from going through. Everyone was stunned because of the suddenness of the incident. At the time, 2 thoughts flashed through my head. He was someone G, which is, you know, Keekihime, knew who was following him. Is she kidding, or was she actually attacked? So I subconsciously took the photo of the attack. Good. It's good to show the photo. This is the person where they were. The stalker, this is what they did. They glomped her, hugged her, and they look happy. Look at that. This guy is not right in the head. I'm just going to be honest with you. To do something like that and smile while you do it, something's wrong with you. Something's definitely wrong with you. And this is not because it's Keekihime or whatever. He was stopped. He looks utterly confused about what's going on. He looks straight up confused. And they didn't tackle him to the ground. They just held him in place. They held him in place. They didn't, over here in the US, he would have been tackled. He would have been handcuffed, or he would have been zip tied until police arrived in order to get the whole thing done. Now let's talk about more of what was going on. They say, however, when they heard G screaming loudly, which is, you know, Keekihime, everyone realized it was the latter and immediately rushed forward to separate the two. And at that moment, did I ask him if he was someone G knew? She said she was a stalker, that the person was a stalker who had been following her for a long time. During the event a few years ago, she even wanted to pounce, the person even wanted to pounce on her and kiss her, which is just, you don't do that. You don't do that. If you know them, it's different. It's not, you know them. But even if you're going to hug them, if you're going to hug a cosplayer, anytime I've ever hugged a cosplayer, ask for consent. Always, always. Saying that she wanted to marry her. If you know, you know. If you know, you know who Keekihime is. I'm not going to say it because she's currently active in her PL, in her other life. In her more current life, she's active there. So I'm not, that's not what I do. I don't put out active people on their, you know, they're both their PL and their actual active one. I don't put that out. I only put it out after they've ended their contract with the agency that they're a part of, because that's when everyone else puts it out. So I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay with when they're active. So we'll keep it at Keekihime. Not long after the two of them were separated, the staff came forward to ask what happened. The following is dreamed about. Although my Japanese skills are not good, I can feel the organizer wanted to calm down the matter during the conversation. But it is understandable. What is their point? If the police are alerted and things get serious, the subsequent activities will inevitably be more hands-on and tied up. This is something that no one would like to see, but I would be very unfair to Keekihime after all. Yeah, the actual people in the actual location would be like, oh, you know, maybe it's not good. But here's the fact. The fact is, this happened. This is an assault. This is technically an assault. No matter what you think, this is an assault. You don't do that. You don't go and do that. And it says, be unfair to her after all. She was the victim. She gets to decide whether the police get called or not you. So staff didn't say anything, of course. If you want to call the police, you can, but everything will have to make a record, and the rest of the itinerary may be ruined. When everyone started thinking about it, they suddenly found out the stalker had disappeared. At first, they found out staff didn't catch him tightly, didn't hold him, didn't keep him there, because that's a crime. In order to avoid this happening, I took a few photos of the stalker. Looking back now, it's good that I kept the photos first. Very good that they took photos. Very good that they took photos, because you can actually tell who it is now. Get a restraining order, whatever needs to be done. Afterwards, staff took the photos of the stalker on camera with me. It's unclear whether there were follow-up measures afterwards because it's not clear. I hope you don't make random assumptions. Maybe they will do something afterwards, but they didn't act so quickly because the event had just ended. So please leave some time for the staff first. And they say, you know, trying to be considerate. After taking the photos, everyone asked G whether she would retreat if something like this happened, but G took a look and there were many people waiting in line behind him. Although they were scared that they almost cried, you know, Keekihime, if that's what the G person says, was also very dedicated and calmed down for a moment. After adjustment, forced a smile, and photography could resume. Let's go back right here. It's the last one that they put out there. It says, thank you for those who came forward to provide assistance at the time of the incident. And everyone in the fan club. Everyone has worked hard. Finally, I would like to apologize to all of G's fans, Keekihime, because my hesitation at the moment could not prevent her from being hugged by a bear at the time. A bear. Yeah, that's a weird way of saying it. Looking back now, I feel sorry for them. Terribly sorry. The situation I still remember at the time. Please correct me if there are any misunderstandings. The above photos and content were posted after discussing with G, so it's a little late. Translation and diffusion are okay. This is the person that supposedly was the one who did it. This person here. Phoenix Rick is supposedly the one who did it. It's the one that's alleged to be the person behind it. They had posted some stuff and you know, posted some things like we know who you are. We're going after you. Basically, is what this person wanted to put here. And yeah, account does not exist. They deleted it more than likely. So the account of Phoenix Rick, which is the person that is supposedly the one who did it, got deleted. Now let's continue and see what Keekihime says. It says, the guy who took the picture of the assaulter, please DM me. My DMs are open now. Please do not spam me, guys. Consider reaching out to venue security. Everything will be fine. That type of thing happened. You know, it is unfortunate. Sorry, please don't send DMs to tell me I'm sorry that happened to you. You can tell me in normal replies. I'm trying to get important pictures from the incident and event through DMs. Appreciate the cooperation, please, and thanks. If you don't mind asking, do you remember what this person looks like? Again, I'm with a cosplay friend right now, so I'm trying to stay calm and normal about the thought just came to me that this stalker could have literally blanked me right then and there if he had a knife with him. The way he jumped at me and held me for 10 full seconds before anyone did anything. That is unfortunate. And this is the guy. This is the picture of the guy. He's known in the community as someone who jumps in, you know, as according to what this person says. According to a certain source, the stalker is Keekihime Comiket, or rather, the person who blank Keekihime was a man known as Rick, who was famous for making appearances in dark baseball, dark walking, other events, then running away without paying. So basically, he's known for this kind of stuff, which is unfortunate that even happened. Again, this is the person here being told by staff to go back. Right here, he says, I heard a woman cosplaying as Asuka screaming at the cosplay plaza at Comiket. Went to see what's going on. Turned out she was screaming because a stalker cameraman was approaching her. Heard that a stalker cameraman had been arrested by the police before. So this is a person that is known by the police to do this. And because staff was not good, staff was not careful, they got away. That sucks. Finally, with that, the topic is done. I'll move on, but knowledge is power. Yes, luckily, they are able to move on. Luckily, they're able to, you know, do what they're going to do. But it is unfortunate that has happened at all. And that is where I'm going to leave it. But it really, that is scary. I think she said that from now on, from what I've heard from sources, from now on, she's going to be getting a bodyguard. She's going to have at least one bodyguard anytime there are things like that, especially if she's in Japan doing these cosplay things, because she can't risk this happening again. And I fully understand. I hope she feels better. I hope she actually, you know, probably gets to therapy, because there's PTSD that can hit you. She takes care of everything she needs to, and that she feels better. Lighter news, a little bit of lighter stuff. Michi Mochi V has actually been in Hex's stream. It seems like they are having communications as they have in Twitter. Now that he's announced that he's going to be leaving, I think he just, even if he did care at some point, he doesn't care now. He has no reason to. He's going to be graduating. Why the heck do you need to care at this point about contacting people in others? And even if he was still Nijisanji, he has a right to contact people if he wants to. He has the right to be around people if he wants to, and the people that he contacts have a right to contact him. It is what it is. Now here we go with what it's going on, and let's see what exactly happens.
You promise? What if I start streaming on TikTok? What then, everybody? What if I start streaming on TikTok? What if that was the reason why I decided to leave? Would you still follow me there? If I became an NPC streamer, would you still follow me? Be honest. And I would go, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. Would you do that? Would you still follow me?
That would be some weird stuff.
So good. So yum. Hot dog. So good. Will you start dancing? I will. I'll start dancing. Will you follow me? Because that's my true plan, everyone, to go 3D and go as a TikTok streamer and become an NPC streamer on TikTok. I would get TikTok so fast. You'd get TikTok just maybe, I feel, you know? Thank you.
Oh, God.
Sentiment
I mean, yeah, probably someone would
makes me
believe
feel very
probably.
loved.
Nah, you have to go, thank you for the glizzy. Guac, guac, guac. Oh, God. Michimochi V, of course. Of course Michimochi V is going to say that.
You have to go, thanks for the glizzy. Thanks for the glizzy. Now entering glizzy overdrive.
For over 160 glizzies, entering glizzy overdrive.
Oh, what the hell?
Michi.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, we have that. And I my eyes were shown something that I did not appreciate. Really feel that something has changed with how Ian operates. They're not even pretending anymore. Seem to have just stopped giving an S. Like Niji has at last deemed the EN branch a lost cause and is cutting the limb off. Whether it's an official prohibition or just an unofficial taboo, he might as well ignore it at this point. Like I said, he might as well ignore it. He is no longer going to even care about that kind of stuff. He's no longer beholden to that kind of stuff. Hope he doesn't go Vishojo. I like Vishojo. Look, if Vishojo gets him, it is up to whoever to support or not support them, but don't decide to not support Vishojo just because one person you don't like is there. That is not the way to go about things. That is not the way to do things. It's just a weird way of going about things. It just is. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. Y'all do what you're going to do. Y'all, like, I'm not going to be policing you in what you're doing, but I'm just going to say that's not something I would do. For everyone wondering, and for people who weren't, it's just going to be a short one. I'll try to make it a short one. Kotoka Torahime is going to be coming back on the 15th after almost half a year. The reason why this matters at all is that Kotoka Torahime, as we know, was having a mental downturn. She had, for her own mental health, had to take a bit of a break from everything and make sure that she was able to, now deal with things that are going on and make sure that things aren't all weird for her, going forward. So she's saying here, as of 10 hours ago, that she is back. And, people are welcoming her back and all that kind of stuff. And, she's also retweeting a lot of things that are going on here. So she's coming back. Okairi, a lot of people are very happy. This is, it's going to be in 41 hours, August 14th at 5 a.m. That's when she's going to be doing it. So good for her. I'm glad that she was able to deal with the demons that she had. I'm glad that she was able to get to a point where she can make content again. That's just my side. You can see it as like, oh my God, she's been doing all these horrible things and now she's going to come back. I wish she was still gone. You can do that as well. But for me, at the very least, she's not having that mental health hiatus that she had before. Mint's Anirevo concert filled to max capacity. I covered the song that they did recently. One of the songs, they had a lot of fun in one of my recent videos. And here is, can confirm, failed to make it in. Dokibird Mint Anirevo line for your concert is crazy. Normal lineup was full 1 hour before start time. They're putting some of us on the exit ramp. So some people, it was basically first come, first serve, as it usually is with cons like this. I've been to Anime Expo. It's pretty much the same thing, first come, first serve. Unless you buy their large passes, which are usually $700 or more for the 4 days. It can be useful for people who really, really, really want to be in there, because with the expensive passes, the $400, $600, $800 passes, instead of like the $50 daily pass, those get you a guaranteed in, and that's why sometimes these things get cut off a lot more, even if you've been there for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. That's one of the risks. But look how full it is. This is the marketability that Nijisanji let go of when they let go of both of these talents. They let go of this marketability here, and to the point where they made them feel like they weren't marketable. They made Mint feel like she couldn't fly outside of heaven, and made Dokibird feel like she wasn't a marketable person. She said it herself that she wasn't marketable. She thought she wasn't marketable. Sisters in Shambles, what excuse will they come up with this time? Tahiti, Timbuktu. And this is supposedly a small con too. So pour one out for Caillou. Was at the Dokibird Mint Anirevo concert outside. Line started for 2 hours before the concert began. An entire ballroom was filled by the time the concert started. Second pick was taken by me from a seat showing about half the room. Convention Center website says the capacity of the ballroom is 3,360 people. So 3,300 people went to go see Dokibird. That is a big ballroom. Saw some tweets that Mint freely regretted the audio from her side. Was it that bad? Hope it's still enjoyable. According to Doki, it's very scuffed since Mint couldn't use her personal setup, so they plan on doing this again in the future. Mint and Doki sang a couple of solos. Doki's audio was alright, but yeah, Mint wasn't optimal, which was unfortunate since the most scuffed song was Bustin'. So yeah, scuffed happens, but they enjoyed themselves, and that is what matters. In independent news, Pina Penguin's house got flooded due to a Hurricane Debbie, and she's having it to deal with the damages. Please send some love her way. Who is she? She is right here from Requiem, Pina Penguin. Looks like she's part of a group from the Full On Requiem. This is her YouTube channel over here. Pina Penguin, Prima Project Requiem. So she's part of Prima Project. A lot of singing, a lot of, regular little skits and things here too. Little clips in here, which is always fun to see. I need to put out a clip of my stuff too. But this is her YouTube channel. She has, all her stuff here. She is part of Prima Project Requiem. And she is taking a look, little clips and things like that. What happened? Here we go. Dear friends and pen pals. First of all, I'm sorry this white background with black text is giving you a heart attack. Rest assured, it's not a graduation notice. So sorry for the delay in the update. Due to recent Hurricane Debbie, my parents' house igloo got flooded again. I am relieved to inform you that my family and I are all safe. However, our home did get some damage. We have been busy with cleaning and repairs. This event has also taken a toll on my mental health, and I needed to take some time to focus on self-care and recovery. Of course, the mitigation for flood damage, you have a lot of mold to worry about. You pretty much have to not tear down walls, but open up walls and cut off pieces of the wall that were submerged, because you have to go looking inside the wall, and you have to make sure that the sheetrock or whatever that was submerged is not humid anymore, and that's why you have to do a lot of damage remediation. Sometimes replacing the floors, that type of stuff. It absolutely needs to get done. For those who may know, I previously mentioned that I would only be able to do guerrilla streams until further notice due to my full-time job being incredibly busy this month. However, due to the recent flood, I regret to inform you all that I will not be streaming until further notice. That being said, I'm still planning to participate in some upcoming collabs, so I will try my best to stream for those events. Also, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who reached out to check up on me, and to all the pen pals who have been concerned about my well-being. I am deeply sorry for making you all worry, but please know that I am determined to come back stronger than ever. I will go over the messages little by little. Thank you all for your unwavering support during this challenging time. Your encouragement means the world to me, and I hope you can continue to support me as I navigate through this difficult time. And this is her. She is part of, as I mentioned before, Prima Project Requiem. And it is unfortunate that all of this happened to her, because it is horrible. I feel torn to ask for help, but any donations to help me and my family during this difficult time will be deeply appreciated. Of course, please do not donate more than you are comfortable with. As always, do not do that. Just because if you put yourself in a bad situation to put someone else in a better situation, most of the people, including myself, will be like, holy crap, please take care of yourself first. Always take care of yourselves first. Thank you. Please take care. We'll support you however I can. I know it's hard to ask for help. I'm glad you feel comfortable enough to do that. I'm glad that they do too. And of course, help is always appreciated. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Vtuber Showcase, a part where I try to give back to the community who has given so much to me. You guys have given so much to me, so I want to give something back to the community overall. There's Alexa Torahime, a Tiger Gyaro VTuber. Yandere Tomboy. It's a Tomboy Tiger Gyaro. I don't know how they do that. I don't know how that would happen, but here they are. They seem to be doing a lot of roleplay ASMR type stuff. Have a lot of roleplay stuff in their repertoire. Let's take a look at their little clips here and there on what they've been doing so far. Their about section says, Alexa Torahime, a former idol, but still your idol, Tiger Gyaro VTuber, hostess of the Tiger Den, but you can call me Madam Torahime. Oh god. So yeah, it is definitely a roleplay one, which is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Torahime Shide, Tiger Gyaro, owner of Tiger Den, Zan, English-speaking 18+ VTuber. At least they put themselves as an 18+ VTuber. They do not try to, I like when VTubers just are very direct with what the kind of content that they have. They don't try to mince words. They don't try to say, look, I'm a family-friendly one, but you're going to see booba. You know, that type of thing. Glorious Gyaru, Madam Torahime, Tiger Princess, Heart Bartender, Head Bartender, Hostess, Mistress of the Night, that type of stuff. So there are, you know, other things you can call them, of course. And this is their video section. Let's take a look at their videos that they have been doing. This is a Phoenix Wright one, where you have them...
Apollo, don't you have something, anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove that the killer could see. And I have that evidence, Trucy. Trust me. I've got a big fat piece of evidence just right here. I'm ready to whip it out.
Oh God, there you go. You get that kind of stuff. She is doing a great job. She's doing a great job. She has, of course, over here the ASMRs on their 236 subscriber channel. Some of their ASMRs, like Feminized by a Dom Cop, Let's Get Weird and Parasocial, All I Want for Christmas Is You, that type of stuff popping in here. See if there's anything more recent. Yeah, the most recent one is Lewd ASMR RP. Yeah, they're just doing that a lot. They have to be very careful. That's one thing I will recommend to them. Be very careful when you do these ASMRs because YouTube is cracking down on this. But still, I want to help along the path that everyone has, you know, parts that they want to be a part of, niches. So I'm not going to do anything other than mention that their niche is the RP ASMR, the ASMR side on their YouTube channel. They do regular streams on their Twitch. And thank you for being a part of the VTuber Showcase. I do hope that this helps you along in your journey and it helps you grow. Thank you so much for watching today and taking a look at all the VTuber news that we had on this wonderful day. My socials are down below and you can take a look at those. You can comment down below, which also I love. Let's have this conversation. Let's have whether you like it, you know, agree with me, don't agree with me. Have that conversation down below. Like and subscribe and all that other fun stuff that YouTube usually asks you to do. Appreciate you. See you guys next time.